Hello viewers, in this video we're going to be doing an honest review of Muc Off's no puncture hassle tubeless tire sealant. The big question is, does it work? Is it any good? We'll get to those answers in a few seconds, but first let's talk a little bit about the sealant and what it has to offer. Muc Off makes big claims with their signature pink sealant, and I quote from Muc Off's website, "This badass sealant contains cutting-edge molecules that will seal tears and holes up to 6 millimeters, whilst the latex forms a strong seal instantly. It also seals porous tires and bead rim gaps." The sealant also boasts a unique UV detection system that highlights any punctures that might have previously gone unnoticed. Except, of course, you're going to need a special UV light to take advantage of this feature. So the sealant comes in a couple of different sizes. The most common are probably the smaller sizes, like the 80 mil or the 140 millimeter bags. The packaging is unique and well thought out. The bag-like design means that you can squeeze out almost every last drop, and the top has been designed to fit over your Presta valve for easier installation and top-ups. Kudos to Muc Off for thinking outside the box, or should I say, the bottle for this one. Alright, so I just did a rim swap on my bike and had to redo both my front and rear wheels. My local bike shop was out of stands, which is what I normally use, so I decided to go with the Muc Off and see if it was any good. I followed the instructions on the back of the pack, put 50% in the front and 50% in the rear, which is approximately 70 millimeters in each of the tires, and I have 27.5s. The front sealed up just fine, and I thought, man, awesome. Looks like this Muc Off's gonna work out great. However, I had some difficulty with my rear wheel. It turns out I had a decent sized hole in the tread from a ride-on mount from, but less than the 6 millimeters that Muc Off says it can seal up. After wrestling with it for a bit, I finally was able to get the tire bead to sit on the rim, but no matter what I did, the tire wouldn't hold air, and the signature pink fluid bubbled from my 4 millimeter sized hole. I decided to put a tire plug in it to see if that would help. I even left the tire with the hole and the plug facing down so all that no hassle formula can make its way to the offending puncture. But no matter what I did, I just couldn't get it to hold air. I couldn't get the pink juice to stop bubbling from the orifice, and the tire would not. It was unrideable. I know this because I did try to ride it once, but the sealant interacted with the plug in such a way that it kept the plug from bonding with the tire. So mid-ride, that plug just basically shot out of the tire and pink vapor began spraying everywhere. Good thing this sealant is eco-friendly because it seems a lot of it ends up on the trail. However, eco-friendly does not mean that the sealant plays well with clothing or even the paint job on your bike. The packaging clearly states that you should wash it off as soon as possible, and apparently, damage to clothes is a big enough issue that it's addressed more clearly on Muc Off's website. Anyhow, I wanted to like this sealant, but my suspicion of its ability to seal properly was only confirmed a month later by the unexplainable loss of pressure from my front tire. No holes or punctures, and yet the tire loses nearly 10 psi in a 24-hour period. Well, that's 2 strikes against Muc Off sealant for me. However, I don't want to ignore that there are a lot of positive reviews of this sealant out there. So there's obviously some people who are having a decent experience with it, but the fact is when I reached out to even my own cycling buddies, not very many people had great things to say about it. Well, how can that be? Well, how are some people having good experiences and some people having bad experiences? Well, I think the issue might be is that it actually takes a lot more of this sealant than recommended to make it actually work. The sealant acts by coating the inside of the tire, but it doesn't pool the way that some other sealants do. So if you get a puncture on a spot where it hasn't coated there very well or fully, then it doesn't seal up well. I did find recommendations on Muc Off's website about how much you should be putting in each tire. And I think that actually only makes the problem worse. For a 27.5 tire like I've got here, the 70 millimeters that I originally put in, it should have been enough. 100 millimeters would have been better. But when you look at like a 29-inch tire, they recommend anywhere from 105 to 140 millimeters per wheel. That's the entire packet. And well, at $10 or $12 a packet, that's the third strike for me. I think I'll stick with something like Stan's, which I know works, and cost per tire is significantly less. Anyway, that's my honest review of this stuff. Let me know what you think and your experience with Muc Off in the comments below. And if for some reason you decide you want to give this a try, check out the description of the video. I've got some links where you can go and grab it off of Amazon. Hey, thanks for watching, and now it's time to go wrench on your own bikes.